It's time, everyone.
Yep.
Time for the Super Bowl.
Indeed.
Do you want to sing the Super Bowl song?
There's a Super Bowl song?
It's time for the Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. It's time for the Super Bowl, everybody, yay.
Why am I friends with you?
Actually, we should do the Super Bowl shuffle.
You've all been watching Super Bowl coverage for 2 weeks now. Every single thing is broken down from the top to the bottom, every little detail. So we're not going to go like, oh, well, when the Giants have the ball, when the Patriots have the ball. We're just going to think our thoughts on the game and, hopefully get something original out of it.
You can analyze things like crazy. The truth is,
Yeah.
it's one game.
Yep.
Both these teams are good.
Yes, I would say
The Broncos didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Thank God.
Either team can win this
No
game.
Tebow jerseys being purchased.
No Tebow jerseys being purchased by the Bonch. So he is sporting a lovely TJ
Yes, because
Hushmanzada.
nobody says Super Bowl like TJ Hushmanzada.
Except for about
Except for
5,000 players in the history of the NFL.
The Patriots have now been in 5 Super Bowls. This is number 5 in the Tom Brady era.
This is number 5.
Yes. Number 1, the first 4, all very close games, all 3-point games. And number 2, and this is the point I really want to focus on, is that Tom Brady, I think, is unanimously considered an elite all-time quarterback.
I'll agree with that.
But when it comes to the Super Bowl, he hasn't had that all-time performance. Against the Rams, the first one, he was kind of along for the ride that whole season. Against the Eagles, he didn't even win the MVP award. The Panthers was set up by that awful kick out of bounds.
Still won the MVP twice.
Adam Vinatieri really was the hero, was made the play to win the game.
You can say that doesn't matter that Tom Brady got MVP. You don't remember,
I don't remember a Tom Brady play from any of his 3 Super Bowl wins.
I remember an Eli Manning play from the last Super Bowl.
I remember.
That's
Eli
a signature
Manning
moment.
deserved the MVP with that drive he had at the end. I can't remember the Tom Brady Super Bowl moment where he really said, okay, I'm an elite quarterback, and here's my elite Super Bowl performance. Because Elway had his, Montana. All the all-time quarterbacks had that performance in the biggest game of the year.
I know what you're saying.
And I don't remember Tom Brady really ever doing that type of performance that he has done the regular season and the postseason.
Like a 4-touchdown
exactly.
type performance.
Never seen that from Brady in the Super Bowl. And the truth is, the last few years, since the Super Bowl 42 incident, as the Patriots like to call it, the David Tyree incident, Tom Brady in the playoffs has been mediocre at best. Yeah. Against the Jets last year, he was bad. Against the Ravens last week, he wasn't even that good. He got outplayed by Joe Flacco. I feel like Tom Brady is at least going to have a Tom Brady game where it's, complete 70% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. He can't turn over the ball, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you're Tom Brady. You're like, oh, number 5. Here we go again.
If you're Tom Brady, you're not like, oh, number 5, here we go. Yeah. You're like, I want this one.
You're like, my legacy is on the line.
Do you think Tom Brady's ever wanted a game more than he wants this
Probably
one?
not.
I don't think so.
Because
18-0. No, he wanted that one more.
But especially considering who he lost that to. Oh, look, they're back.
So now it's this one.
He has to win this one.
This is his chance for revenge.
That's the thing. Like, I know both teams obviously want to win the game, but I feel like if the Giants lose the game, it doesn't affect it doesn't affect Eli that much.
No, you wouldn't think
they already beat the Patriots, so it's not like, oh, well, they can't beat the Pats. It's not like Eli can't win the big one. He already has. And they're young enough. They're going to be back next year. They got a young receiving core. They got a young offensive line. Their quarterback's young enough. But the Patriots, if they lose now a second straight Super Bowl to the Giants, it would be now 7 years. 7 years since they've won their last Super Bowl.
And the Steelers would have 2 in that time. Giants would have 2 in that time.
If there's going to be one guy that is the GOAT of the game, the guy that pointed to, say, the Billy Cunda for Kyle Williams, if you will, that people are talking about for the next 6 months, he blew the Super Bowl. Who do you got?
A surprise person? Or, because you could easily say, oh, it's going to be one of the quarterbacks. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
Just because if somebody's going to blow it,
fumble,
that New York hates already, that they could just talk about and complain about.
There's people like, obviously when your team makes the Super Bowl, you like pretty much everyone, but there's a guy that the Giants fans aren't thrilled with, it's Brandon Jacobs.
So if somebody's going to blow it, it's going to be somebody who's not going to be even on their team next year, who all the fans hate, and then they can complain, Brandon Jacobs caused us the Super Bowl. It's time for a part of the show that we call Jeff's rants when Bonch checks his phone and ignores me.
I'm just, checking the time, checking the clock for Super Bowl time.
So what I want to rant about today is the Super Bowl. because it's a Super Bowl show. And I love the Super Bowl, but I have some problems.
You're not talking about the game. You're talking about
I'm not talking about
else.
the game. I'm talking about the spectacle that is the Super Bowl.
Yep.
What would you think, Vince Lombardi, if you were here now and Madonna was playing the halftime show and 2/3 of the people watching the game cared more about the commercials? You would be mad, probably.
Yeah,
you would be
I think
mad.
you'd be a little agitated.
Probably give a good quote. I'm tired of it. I want to watch football. I don't care about the commercials or the nachos or the pitas. I don't know what commercials they have now.
Yeah, beer commercials,
But,
animals talking.
Babies. If I see one more talking baby commercial,
E-Trade.
I'm going to be really, really mad. So what's going to happen? I'm going to throw the remote at the screen. And I'm tired of not knowing what to do because I want to go to one of these Super Bowl parties, but then people don't even really watch the game, so it's hard for me to watch
Parties
the game.
are not for people who really watch football.
People are concentrating on their boxes. Oh, I have 2-1.
I am in one of those, but I'm not. They're not the reason I'm watching the game.
How can I get to 2-1? If anybody asks me that, I'm going to be mad. And that's if I go to a party and don't just watch it somewhere.
If you're a real football fan and if you're watching this show, there's a pretty good chance you are. Don't watch at a party. Don't watch at a... Maybe if it's a really good sports bar with real fans, I'm okay with that.
It has to be for one of the teams. Yes. Football, good. Commercials, bad.
Gronk spike.
People who don't like football, bad.
Gronk ankle hurt.
Yeah, alright, he's not the Hulk, Bonch.
That's how he talks, though.
No, he doesn't.
That's how the media says he talks. Every highlight, they're like, Gronk spike, Gronk touchdown,
He talks normal. He's like a normal, nice guy. I'm taking the G-Men. Let me tell you why. It's because the Pats have Tom Brady.
Yes, they do.
The Giants have a good team.
You can't give us analysis anywhere else, folks.
Yeah, expert analysis. It's a good thing I researched lots of facts for this. The Giants have a better defense.
Agreed.
They have way better wide receivers.
Agreed.
And they have a better running game.
Yes. Not by much, but
not by much. Yeah, not good, but
not the best running games in this game.
But better. And the only way the Pats are going to win is if Tom Brady has a super-duper magic performance. The Giants, the way that they're going to win is that they're just simply better. It's that Julian Edelman can't cover Victor Cruz. The fact that Julian Edelman even starts in their secondary is representation of how bad their defense is.
Yep.
It's going to be a high-scoring game because the Patriots will still score. They're still the Patriots. They're still Tom Brady and Belichick. It'll be a close game. But in the end, Eli pulls it out because I don't see the Patriots stopping the Giants when the Giants are on a game-winning drive at the end of the game. Eli's got too many guys he can go to. It wouldn't even shock me if he throws a winning touchdown to Manningham. That would sort of be fitting after the David Tyree making the huge catch last time. I just think the Giants are going to pull this one out.
He just spelled it out for you, folks. I can't disagree with anything you just said. He just told you the Giants are the better team, the better defense. Everyone's saying the Giants are going to win, so therefore I have no choice but to pick the Patriots.
Oh, no!
Because everyone is picking the Giants to win. This is including like Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees' NFL Network like 2 hours ago who were talking about the Giants were going to win. And the Giants are better as an underdog. The Patriots love when people underestimate them. That is Belichick's like favorite thing. Like, oh, sure, don't talk about us. It's like everyone's talking about how, because of 4 years ago, oh, it's going to happen again. The Giants could beat the Patriots again. And I can't even give a good football reason why the Patriots are going to win this game, other than they have Tom Brady.
He's the only reason.
Yeah, they have Bill Belichick.
It's true, too.
27-24, Patriots win.
37-34 in OT.
In OT, he said.
Why not?
Why not? Because it's never happened before.
It would be so much fun.
And the Giants just played an overtime game. They're not going to play 2 in a row in the last 2 rounds of the playoffs. It's not going to happen.
They could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. Every time Jeff says that, it's the complete opposite. Yeah. The Broncos are going to beat the Patriots in the playoffs. There's going to be a tie between the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Are we sure I said those things? I'll do it! I'll do it! I'll take the Broncos!
Oh, no.
I'll do it! I'm going to go tie with this game.
Really? You're picking a tie?
I'm picking a tie! I don't know if I said that.
Oh, you absolutely did. We will be back next week to put a ball in the season, so to speak, wrap everything up.
We will be back, don't worry.
My plea to you, football fan, is enjoy the game as a football fan, not as a spectator, not as someone looking for talking bears on commercials. Enjoy the game as a football game.
Talking bears?
You know there's going to be a talking animal commercial, at least 3.
Probably not a bear.
I don't know, just pick an animal at random.
Talking moose.
Talking giraffe.
We'll see who's right. Thank you, guys. Have a good week. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Shalom.
How about, as the halftime show, we get dogs doing tricks instead of Madonna? I'd rather watch... How old am I? How old am I that I want to watch Madonna? What is it, like 20 years ago?
You can thank Janet Jackson for that.
Yeah, what is it, like 20 years
ago? You can thank Janet Jackson and the wardrobe malfunction for the fact that every Super Bowl act has been 50 years of age.
I'm shocked they don't even have Justin Bieber. That's who they're probably next
year. Don't even talk about that. If you say the words, it'll happen.
Yeah, because they're watching this. Really, Justin Bieber. Who else would they have? I don't know any others. Selena Gomez.
I like Selena Gomez.